Prime Minister Boris Johnson is under pressure because of numerous band celebrations during the lockdown, and the special investigator Sue Gray speaks of management failure in her very watered-down investigation results. The investigations unearthed new, sometimes bizarre reports that once again ridiculed the British Prime Minister. The Swedish band ABBA also plays a role in Partygate, and they don't want to be associated with celebrations under any circumstances. For weeks, there has been hardly any other topic in British politics than Partygate. Sometimes it's about Boris Johnson's birthday party, sometimes about other celebrations that the Prime Minister is said to have attended or that he allegedly at least knew about. Old hits by the Swedish cult band ABBA are said to have played at one of these parties, including The Winner Takes It All. These reports are likely to have a particularly stale aftertaste for the British Prime Minister, who could soon lose everything with the Tory coup still looming. The Swedish band has now also gotten involved in the Partygate scandal and is not very happy about the reports about the most controversial celebrity fan at the moment. The media had repeatedly reported on ABBA party, which is what the band wants not to let go. And band member Benny Anderson told the British news agency PA that one could not speak of an ABBA party. He himself calls it a Johnson party, where some ABBA music happened to be playing. Band colleague Björn Ulvaeus also stated emphatically that other music had certainly been played as well. In Sweden, they don't want to be said to have a connection to the Partygate. I think nobody wants to be. It can be assumed that Boris Johnson has a certain fondness for cult bands and artists such as ABBA or Gloria Gaynor. As I told you in another video, when his new head of communications, Guto Harry, recently asked him whether he would survive the current crisis with, "Are you going to survive, Boris?" The British Prime Minister is said to have started intoning Gloria Gaynor's "I Will Survive" without further ado. He asked Harry to sing along. The head of government's new communications chief himself reported this to the Welsh news portal Gau 360. It's Welsh. I always hard to pronounce this. I'm sorry. And despite the scandalous recent past, Boris Johnson, who has long been considered a notorious liar by many, does not seem to be thinking about resigning. Most recently, he confidently declared that he also wants to run for re-election in 2024. Johnson's poll numbers are falling rapidly, and the British Prime Minister is trying to turn around by ending almost all corona rules in England and his foreign policy involvement in the Ukrainian crisis. Too bad Macron had more success there. So far, he has only had moderate success. Even in the immediate vicinity, the field around Boris Johnson is thinning. And ABBA distances themselves from the Partygate surrounding British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. The band really wants nothing to do with the scandal surrounding the lockdown celebrations in British government circles. But Johnson is not the first politician from whom apparently favoured music bands and musicians distance themselves. There were also many such cases with former US President Donald Trump, and there's a parallel. Some British media consider Boris Johnson to be Europe's Trump anyway. The ex-US president had repeatedly used songs from the Rolling Stones in the election campaign without them being asked. The band had responded with numerous injunctions. At the time, artists such as Rihanna, Pharrell Williams, Adele and Neil Young also sent cease and desist orders to Donald Trump. By contrast, the Swedish band ABBA's distancing from Boris Johnson, so Europe's Trump, seems almost harmless. But I would distance myself from him as well if I were them. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.